How'd you know her?
I'm friends with the sister.
Friends of Fat Lindsay?
Yeah, me and Fat Lindsay are hella close.
So, what you heard about me?
Nothing, just that you're the worst.
Says the girl who just stole a blender from a wedding.
No. Really? Oh, man! I thought it was a food processor.
That's Jimmy and Gretchen, the main characters of You're the Worst, FX's highly acclaimed comedy. As the title implies, they're awful people, and that's also why they're a perfect match for each other.
You're growing on me, Jimmy, stupid 3 names.
So today we're going to look at what makes You're the Worst unique, and we're going to do it with minimal spoilers. The idea is to talk about it for both people who have and haven't seen the show, because, judging by its ratings, most of you haven't, and that's a shame. The show does contain some suggestive material, so heads up. Alright, let's do this. I'm Jackson, and this is Ideas at Play. The first thing to note about the show is that it isn't set up like the classic romantic arc of a sitcom.
Why would we even want to do what normal people do?
Yeah, normal people are terrible.
The plot isn't fueled by the will they, won't they storyline that we're all so familiar with. From the drop, Jimmy and Gretchen are together, and also terrified of what that may mean.
Jimmy, I'm scared of this shit, you know? I don't like it.
I don't believe in it anymore,
So much of romance in sitcoms is about falling in love or pursuing love until a relationship reaches peak happiness. That may mean a kiss, marriage, or starting a family, but usually everyone ends up fitting into a conventional relationship and fulfilling well-established roles.
This is how this starts. First you get married, then you get some bullshit job, then you have kids, and then you die. But what you don't know is that you were dead the entire time.
I'm on a lot of drugs right now. Can you not tell me I'm dead?
Rather than look at their own problems and issues, the characters choose to become completely different people under the idea of completing one another. There's this illusion that the characters and their problems have been fixed, because as soon as those changes are made, the story ends, freeze-framing it in our minds. But You're the Worst highlights the ugly truth about that idea. It's flat out wrong. People aren't fixed until they fit neatly into our expectations. Real relationships don't reach perfect balance and stay there forever. They're constantly growing, changing, and evolving.
You're losing your hair.
The show tries to create characters with realistic emotions and thoughts, and focuses on accepting and living with flaws rather than fixing them. Its relationships aren't about two people pushing on each other and smoothing out their flaws until it works. They're about learning all of those bumps and still finding a way to fit. And these characters certainly have their flaws.
Because you're a narcissist with face blindness who without hesitation or consequence uses people to get what you want.
As my grandma used to say, it's only a walk of shame if you're capable of feeling shame.
Dishonesty to spare someone's feelings belittles everyone involved. Dishonesty to get free stuff is just smart economics.
Jimmy is a textbook narcissist who wrote a book called Congratulations, You're Dying. Gretchen uses self-destruction to cover up dark issues lying beneath the surface. But instead of trying to fix each other and become wonderful, normal people, the show watches them struggle with striking the balance of growing up and maintaining who they are.
Bitch.
I knew it. She didn't buy it.
No. So I stole this.
Oh, sweet.
The point is that, in terms of self-improvement, there's no finish line. And besides, these aren't complete screw-ups. Jimmy is a published author who owns a house, and Gretchen is a successful PR executive. What is it that really needs to be fixed here? Sure, they have a lot of growing up to do, but they're doing it on their terms, in their own ways. They aren't going to compromise who they are so they can be something they're not. Gretchen's friend Lindsay struggles with having already fit into one of those expectations. Her husband Paul is perfectly bland, an end result of all that fixing.
It allows for better blood flow to the anus and testicles. Oh, heck yeah! Here's the gang!
But that just leaves her asking herself, well, what now? Am I a housewife? Or... This commitment to reality also shows us a broader scope of problems than sitcoms can typically deal with. Jimmy's roommate Edgar is a veteran of the Iraq War, struggling with PTSD in a way that's too obvious to ignore, yet which the other characters fail to notice, since they can't understand it and don't even want to.
Jimmy.
Oh, come on. His stories are super depressing.
Without giving too much away, Gretchen's struggle with an underlying darkness perfectly encapsulates the difference between trying to fix something and learning to live with it. And that's what's truly special about this show. Its main characters don't exist in a vacuum, playing for a laugh. They're fleshed out people who experience real ups and downs. There's a lot to laugh at, but I'm not gonna lie, there are some tough moments in this show, and it constantly hints at darkness right around the corner. That darkness is real. We all know that at some level, life is unpredictable and unexpected things will happen.
Whether in a week or 20 years, there is horrible sadness and pain coming, and we're inviting it.
God, I love that. What do you think?
You're the Worst gives its characters random highs and lows to experience, just like us. As a storytelling device, it makes each emotion that much more powerful. You have to open yourself up to feel happy and sad in order to feel either. It's this showcase of realistic emotions that connects us to the characters in a way you don't see much in the romantic arcs of sitcoms. There are tons of stories about perfectly nuclear families or friends that let us escape from life, and that can be incredibly valuable. It helps us decompress from our lives and breathe, and it's no accident that the genre has been thriving with the same basic model since the 1950s. But that escape also puts distance between us and the characters. At the end of the day, we really can't relate to most sitcom characters because their lives are so unlike reality.
Which one of the Real Housewives are the stupidest?
All of them.
But on You're the Worst, we have genuine compassion for the characters. We know what they're going through. We've all slipped back into bad habits, struggled with who we are and who we want to be, and dealt with the underlying scariness of the world. And because of this, we have a much stronger emotional connection to these characters. They stop feeling like characters and start feeling like people.
I'm not comfortable with feelings.
I listen to you blathering on about, oh, me da.
That's Irish, dum-dum.
Life isn't an either-or thing, it's both at the same time. You can't fix things or escape altogether. You have to accept life for what it is. But just because the tough things exist, doesn't mean that we have to be sad all the time.
I shit myself earlier, and that is only the second most embarrassing thing that has happened to me today.
Wanna buy a dope-ass retro turntable? Comes with most of the wires. 25 bills.
I only made $6 tonight.
Simple-ass midget.
As much as I hate mice and everything they represent, this one put up a good fight. It deserves to die as humanely as possible.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, let me know with a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to make a channel that has both deep dive breakdowns and previews that aren't quite as deep, but don't spoil anything. The idea is to highlight what makes something unique and explore it. If you have a show or movie you'd like me to write about, please let me know in the comments. Oh, and please like the channel on Facebook here and share with your friends. Thanks again.